Right back, 3 guys.
Again,
Say it
wrong.
properly.
3 men, 1 pod.
No, lad, you're killing me, you.
What is it then?
3 men, 1 cast.
3 men, 1 cast. I'm Curtis.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Peter.
So we're just going to get right into, I think it's going to be the music thing. I've got loads to say on the music thing. I don't know whether I've got Drake, Eminem, Nicki, Cardi, but I think
Throw it out there then.
we're going to have to get into the Eminem thing.
Well, yeah, that's the biggest at the moment, innit? That's like the main topic.
The talking point.
so-
Is it a good album? And if so, why?
It's a good album.
It is a good album.
It's not a great album.
Agreed.
Why is it a good album though?
Because the skill level is out of this world. And I
Yeah.
think he's reminded you, in the first, I'd say for me, the first like 5 songs, on one of them, this flow, he's just going in and it's like, wow, this is levels.
Okay.
But
Go on.
I felt as it was going on, that can know, maybe it's just me, I've changed, but it didn't hold me all the way through.
That's what I was saying about it being forgettable. I'm
I
going to
wouldn't
play,
say,
Devil's Ad.
that's harsh.
I can give you
Yeah.
3 or 4 tracks where he's done that flow years ago. The one with Drake, or the one that the basketball player
What one?
paid for them all to do.
Forever.
Forever. He done that, and he had that factor where he'd been away, and it was like, yo, like, get on this verse when you're forward in the track.
Yeah, I don't care. I think you're being once
Just on
again.
that point, while we're just mentioning Forever, there's a line in one of the songs there where he says something about the feature that he was on, that he killed it, and there's 2 songs that people are thinking that he could even mean here, and the first is Forever, and then the second one would be Renegade, which Joe Budden mentioned that on his podcast like today, but I don't see why you would bring up like
Renegade, but the
a
thing
song
is,
from
But
2001.
the thing is with Eminem, that some of his, like if you listen to Rap God, he was bringing up things that were like Ray J with his.
And this is another thing, sorry.
Some of his things are quite old that he brings up
So
because he's out. He's not.
He's not
apparently, he's not in the loop. So he
Yeah.
like Machine Gun Kelly, but that was years ago. That
Yeah,
he said something.
that again was like, what, 2012?
So let me just go back to this. So that flow, or this thing of like, wow, this flow, he's done it there. He's done it on Nicki Minaj's old the mixtape, and he's done it on an album.
So what's the point? So you're saying
The point I'm making
so
is-
you're saying you can't be wowed by him. So because he's a great rapper, if he does great rap, you turn around and go, well, we already know you're a great rapper. Is that your argument?
Right, we'll go with it in stages. Yeah, it's a good album. Why? Because of his flow, and he kills it. And what I'm saying, and
And there's
I'm
a-
playing devil's advocate, that I can give you other incidents where he's done this flow. Okay.
Yeah,
So
okay.
not that there's not a wow factor, but it's like, okay,
Yeah.
we've heard that.
Okay, but what I would say is, you're bringing up like, oh, this is on a feature, this is on a feature. He hasn't done it like this on his album for that long. So I think that's why people are more wowed by
I
it.
think the second thing, what thinking me, what you just mentioned, is like he's bringing up. Sorry about that. I just had to drink the coffee. What?
Where did Barry White join
The thing is like this thing of like, he's going on, lad. And Machine Gun Kelly made a good point. His age, lad. It's like, mate, you're not supposed to be down with the kids, and really the kids aren't going to respect you. And yeah, Charlemagne and the likes are going to. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what
Yeah,
do you
people
want?
are
The problem I have with the age, if we start acknowledging his age, we have to acknowledge our own. So if we're talking about the age argument and I'm there listening to 6'7" or something like that,
No,
you know,
but the thing is though, lad, it's like take Jay-Z for example. Even Kanye, who is, you know, as mad as a box of frogs at the minute, there's none of this like, respect me, I don't. Do you know what I mean? It's like, lad, just do your thing.
yeah, but that's how. See, the thing is with Eminem, he's like he started as a battle rapper, innit? So I think this is
where he's at
This is
home,
part of this is like he's had to come in with anger to be
The guy.
because this is the thing with Eminem. If you think about it, like Marshall Mathers LP, maybe that era, all that stuff going on with his baby mum. He was fucked up. He was angry about life.
Yeah.
Then all this stuff since he's become like poppy, more happy, and it's been shit.
Ed Sheeran
So now
and
because he
fucking
got
Jackson, then.
now he got slated.
It's like,
He's like
This is
honed
the
it.
thing,
He's
yeah, it's
honed the
all
anger.
egotistical,
Yeah,
isn't
it is. It's so even though I know what you're saying, he's had to use like his competitiveness to make a good
to
album.
get to his level. So he says on the album, I don't know if it's true, that someone said to him, they sent him the Marshall Mathers album. He said study. But the thing is, like, the first thing I done when I listened to that album first, and I don't know if it's the wrong thing to do, I went back to Marshall
You
Mathers.
can't do that.
You can't do that because different times bring about different bodies of work.
And the thing is, the problem you've got
your own age
is
and
the nostalgia of when we were kids and that.
But
So,
bro, even like that thing I posted last night, that 16 bar from Kim, you can do it on that basis, lad.
yeah, but the thing is, as well, I think it.
No, but no one can ever
But the thing
question
is
his
now,
bars,
if
man.
your rapper had done that, but this is what I mean about you can't go back, because if you heard that Kim verse now, you'd be like, "That what the fuck's this?"
No, bro.
You would
Not within the
'cause
context
kids,
of the song.
The time has completely changed. You
Nah,
couldn't make songs
if
like that.
someone came out with the Shady LP now, you'd think, who the fuck's this?
Nah, this
What's
it wouldn't
this
be.
about?
It's not acceptable nowadays.
Okay,
Nah.
so the album's good, he's come with flows, and he's had to hone his anger in, and that's what's got him to the level. So let's speak about the level then. What's the level? Let's define the level, because we had our own discussion about another thing. Sorry, let me just go off topic here. Was I was sitting in mine today, I was getting in the showers waiting for pizza. I had my pants on, but
What the fuck?
I digress.
I was thinking, back in the day, I don't know if this is an age thing, if I got an album, that was good. That was that. Music was obviously not coming out as fast.
Yeah, you've got look at what's the streaming now. You've
What
got
the-
anything you want at your
Look,
fingertips at any
this is
time.
this is the.
So that's why everything is like it's got a small shelf life.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, man,
Because you used to pay like what 11 quid, something like that for the
You
album.
never bought an album in your life.
Bang it on, yeah, bang it on, and then it's you'd sift through and you'd rinse it over and over
See,
and over.
what I was thinking was, is that a sign of the times I've you just detailed, or is it because nothing's really grabbing you? The last album to do
It's a
that
mixture
to me,
of everything.
No, I think
Anderson .Paak,
I think it's a thing of society. Not if you look at just in general viewing figures of TV, there's so much choice. Everything is not. Things don't get watched as much by as many people. Back in our day, it was more. You didn't have as much choice, so
Yeah.
you know.
You had
That's
to
yourself.
make do.
Especially
and you
with
would.
albums, with Spotify now, all I'm doing is
You go
listen
to
to
the
an
hot-
album
the
once.
hot charts.
If it's not amazing,
Yeah.
it's
dashed.
It's something else.
That was
And
his last project.
Yeah.
I will
let's
never
speak about
listen
the
to that
levels
piece
then,
of shit again.
because I want to finish this conversation on Eminem, because it's been obviously a topic in our group chat, and it is everywhere, as was mentioned before. Levels. Okay, so and I thought I was very clear the other day when I said, okay, the two benchmarks are his own ability or his own work.
Yeah.
But does it stand up against that? I think we know it's nowhere near his best, but we're going to say it's good.
Yeah, but you.
It's up there with one of his better albums. I'll say
I
that.
think it's you got to rate it next to its albums. If you're doing albums of the year, it would be quite.
Well, this is the
Yeah,
next
I
thing.
think it's
be quite
quite
high.
good.
Let's go through then.
Be
what-
top 10. Top
the
5.
new music that we waited for. Kanye's kind of like frenzy, that up, getting pushed
The
out.
whole Kanye
Pusha T
release
just
schedule.
took the whole.
Pusha T's was the best.
That's
body
the
of
best
work out
album of the
all
year,
of them.
I think.
Drake's
of the year.
been out.
Drake's was a good album, but not
Too long.
great.
Do we disrespect Jay-Z and even put that in this?
Well,
That was a joint
like
album
last
though.
year.
That was
Oh,
like
the joint album.
Yeah.
I thought it was quite good.
It's an okay album as it stands, but it's not a Jay-Z album, is it?
So
Let's
where
face
does the
it.
Eminem album? This is what I'm saying. Let's get.
What do you mean when the levels of
levels
what?
of
the whole-
peers and the new music?
So
So
where
it-
does it stand?
Yeah.
Who's got album of the year so far? I think Astro World for me is the album of the year thus far. That's
that,
the best album, Travis Scott.
Travis Scott.
Yeah.
I haven't
The
listened to
production's
it.
unreal.
That
what
album,
I've heard.
that's top tier for me. And I'd
I
say
have to give that a proper listen.
Daytona probably falls after that. Then after that, I like Kids See Ghosts,
Yeah, it's a good album.
like it's really good that. But I would then say just after that maybe this Eminem album for me.
See, no, Kanye, lad. People have slept on that Kanye
See,
album. I
yeah,
don't
they
care.
have, they definitely
They've
have.
slept on it because of his madness, lad. That album, lad, yeah. What I done when them albums come out, I put the Daytona and Thingy into. It was like a 14-track album, yeah. You know, when them 17. That album, lad, going through like that, lad. For me, it didn't. Kanye's was just. Yeah, that's a Kanye thing. Push's was very good, but this is a.
But the thing is, what I would say about Kanye's, when we're talking about levels, that is Kanye's worst album. It's still a good album, but you can't help but compare it to the rest, and it doesn't stand up.
stack up to
Do you
the best.
think that's not about the thing of the tracks though, as well? Because
See, a lot of them tracks though, I thought were just maybe cast-offs that didn't make the last album.
do you reckon?
No,
Yeah,
I
there's a
don't
few.
know. They did seem like I know what you mean.
Underproduced.
Underproduced, like they were not quite finished.
I don't want to get into this. Like
Life of Pablo, that was just,
yeah, that was a
the
weird
production
part.
was just unreal.
So levels then. So what were you saying? He's dead up the top with them, and
I'd say it's a top 5 album for me
I don't
this
know.
year so far.
I haven't made a list of albums this year. I've just thought it was a good album.
No, the ones
It
that I've
won't-
got in
it
rotation,
won't
it's
be-
definitely top 5.
It wouldn't be something that I probably in 2 years would tell you. You know,
yeah, that you go back.
I
Yeah.
would listen.
No,
I'd
I'd
tell you
agree.
the songs and stuff like
I'd
that.
agree.
The only album that's really been like that for me this year is probably Daytona, to be honest.
See, since Daytona though,
But I haven't
since
listened to
the
Astro
whole
World.
the whole Kanye rollout with all of them albums, I haven't revisited Daytona as much as I thought I would though, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So,
But I have with Kanye.
I still think at the time of listening, it's one of the better albums of the year. But for replay value, that's a fairly forgettable album for me.
So what track then on the Eminem album? And obviously we've got Kamikaze, and then the one after that, which is called
The first tune on
I
it
just
is
think,
the best.
yeah, first tune.
The
is-
Ringer.
Yeah,
That is the best on there. Then for me, the one I liked a lot was Fall. Like that one was late on. That was See, a lot of people are going against that, but that was the one where he had to go with Bud and well, to be fair, he had to go with fucking everyone, didn't he? But
What's this thing with Budden anyway?
well, he critiqued the last album before it came out, like from the track list. he
taking
said,
the piss.
no, all he seen was Beyonce features Ed Sheeran features Pink, and he went, this album's trash straight away.
Yeah, you
They
would
were the
do-
words that he used. This album is trash.
You would do that. What do you think of him reaching for people? Is that like, this is another thing I was thinking about. Is this like, where does this reaching for people go back to? Is it like,
I think
is
it's
it
just
Meek Mill and Dre? Is Daytona spark that up again? No, but I mean, people just coming out and going,
Sending shots, that's just part of hip hop, isn't it?
yeah, but it hasn't happened for a while, has it? Or maybe I'm too up. That hasn't happened for a while, where people are sending shots.
Yeah, but
people send
Eminem,
shots all the time, but it's just different type.
Eminem shots are just like wild shots, and it's like a man going
Firing
in
from the hip.
Yeah, just the
Yeah.
he just
So do you
spraying
reckon,
in the
so
air.
do you reckon that's just him, or do you reckon that's a thing?
I don't think it's like proper shots, to be honest. I wouldn't take that as personally as if like Drake to Meek Mill, for example.
See, the thing I don't get as well, there are definitely Drake insults on that.
Yeah,
100%. Like, he's talking about views. You've got some views, but mine are still over you. So every time we get compared, you get overlooked and stuff like that.
Ooh, I didn't even get on views.
That is like a blatant Drake shot.
But that would be just pure clout chasing, as they say.
Yeah, well, yeah,
What's that?
clout chasing.
It's basically
You've got Takeshi 6ix9ine to thank for this.
yeah. So basically, if someone's bigger than you, you just distance try and get there.
Until you get
Until-
noticed.
Yeah.
So, okay, so it's a decent album, yeah. So my argument was, I said there's no bangers on it, which sparked
I disagree.
a
again.
great conversation with
But
getting
I,
to
what I'd
what
say,
a banger. Sorry, that you cut off.
There are no club bangers. There are none where you're going to be out
there's no
and you're going to
Chun-Li.
hear, oh yeah, get out.
For the
of here,
record,
lad.
Chun-Li is a banger, and we'll get onto that in a bit
For
because
the
that is
record.
definitely tune of the year, and I've got record. I've
Oh,
got
tune of the year.
reasons for that. And when we're talking about shots and this rise in feminism, and
Ignore Sicko Mode. Chun-Li
Yeah.
obviously is the banger of the
Sicko Mode
year.
is the banger.
Who are you kidding?
Sicko Mode.
stuff. But anyway,
This is why you think Chun-Li is the upper echelon here. That's
what
why.
was I saying then before you rudely interrupted me? Oh yeah, about bodies of work and that, and what's good music now, and what what I mean. What are we looking for out of music now? Because sometimes in our chats, I'm like, yo, do I even say this is good? Because you get put against. What are you looking for? It's like, kidder, can you not just listen to music? And
Yeah, but
No, it depends on your mood, innit?
the thing is, them chats we have, yeah, gone are the days of like.
let's just
Life
think
after
that we
death.
are talking about the group chat.
Yeah, sorry, the group chat. Shout out to Somali man. Wallah, shout out to Somali man, you know. Gone are the days, yeah, where you're gonna have. Gone are the days where you're gonna have works of art.
I know, yes,
Oh,
you're chatting
that's
shit.
a load of shite, lad.
Well, we've just gone through albums.
Well, you're saying that you can't now because
Because now you don't seem to like the way modern hip hop's going. That surely no one in the future can bring out
Well, what would
an
we
amazing
consider?
body of work.
I don't know if we can do this.
Even though you've just went on about Kanye's album being great.
Well, what would we consider then? We're going to have to just agree something. Yeah, and I'm just going to do it because I love Biggie. What album of today would be
Stands.
relative to A Life After Death?
but the thing is, you got to look at
What albums
you're looking at
throughout time.
yeah, you're looking exactly. You can't go. Oh, what albums of today like one of the greatest albums of all time? Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
That can stack up against any album. There's one.
That's funny that none of their albums were mentioned when we went through the...
Because they haven't dropped one this year.
Yeah.
No, how long ago? Well, I mentioned Jay-Z's.
We thought you meant
Yeah,
Jay-Z
I
and
thought you
Beyonce.
meant the Carters.
We didn't know.
Oh, fuck! Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sick of that. I stopped watching all them their nonsense after that Lemonade stuff. It's like, fuck off. Well, I was including the 444. So,
That's a bit far back, but
but it's Eminem. Is it any
completely different album, but
Yeah.
I'd obviously rate Jay-Z album.
yeah, Jay-Z's album's probably better, but
What do we think about the clash then with I just think, to be honest, yeah,
we do.
Eminem and MGK. MGK's
The response was great.
I listened to it again,
It's a bit like shaking hands with one hand and then waiting to be slapped with the
I think it's a
you know
bit,
what I
yeah,
mean?
when he's
It's
saying, you're the greatest rapper
Yeah.
alive and all that.
top 5 in everyone's list and all this. Alright, get off his nuts. Like.
That's a bit 8 Mile though, isn't it? But even that, it's like, bro, you're 46 now. Know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to get.
See,
like,
this is one thing as well, and no one seems to be like pulling this point. Eminem went at Benzino because of his age. Nobody wants to hear your grandfather rap. You know what I mean?
See?
So all it takes is one of these idiots from nowadays, like to go back and listen to Nail in the
Seems like
Coffin.
Peter's about to get on the mic.
Yeah. Let me just get this off my chest, Eminem.
He's right though, like that.
You said back in 1993.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, bro,
No.
you need to create your own thing. It's like he's
Yeah,
going
it's
to a
so-
playground and going, I used to be sick of football. Let me play. That's the way it's like. All right, these are shit. You're saying these are shit compared to when you was in that.
But is he
space.
saying that?
Well, that's what he said in that
He
bar.
doesn't
that
like
posted.
mumble raps.
That bar you posted was basically, I'm responsible.
But that's
for
how
this.
many people of his generation feel that.
But how many people are saying, let's have a game of footy then, lads? No one. That's what I'm saying. So why are you still trying to have it with the
Jay-Z
kids?
said similar things about mumble rap.
Does he get fingied into it?
He doesn't say names, but he said a few things. And
This is the thing.
all
though,
of the,
innit?
all of, most of that generation have said stuff about like the level of
Most of
rapping.
that generation have
Even like
got
J. Cole was having
subliminals.
disses against one of them little ones, little pump or something.
You're all that
Yeah.
little yachty, little pump. What is all that about?
I think it's kids, innit?
How old are kids still? That Yachty's 19, isn't he?
Yeah, Pump's just turned 18, innit?
Sorry, this is a slightly thingy issue. What is this book? Have anyone seen his Vlad TV?
Vlad. That's not even like musical. This is just some Instagram crackhead.
Lad, have you seen his Vlad?
No.
No.
Man, is
Oh
like,
yeah, where they ask him
One word
about being
answers.
shot, innit?
I can't remember. What's your son's name? Oh, Jay or something. Like, lad, what's he famous for?
Who knows? That's just Instagram nonsense.
He-
But that's on a different thing. Like he's just got famous from being a prick, whereas
You can't
the
get famous
others,
from that nowadays.
yeah, that is the clout. You know, simple as that. But these new age rappers, they in my opinion, most of them are shit. Like 6ix9ine,
I rate him.
I don't think
I
he's
rate
great
him.
lyrically.
I rate him.
No, wait, let me finish,
Bangers.
He does not make anything that you sit down and break down his raps, nothing like that. he makes absolute belter tunes though. He's a gas man.
He is a gas man.
When Aaron said 6'9" the other day in the group, I was going to say, are you being serious? I thought he was mistaken with 6'7".
Oh no, see, I don't know anything about 6'7", whereas...
Yeah, I need to listen to this 6'9", but what's his thing? Mumble?
No, it's just
No.
chat's madness.
he just shouts, lad,
just
but
shouts.
it's
like...
all his songs, right? Let's go through is the names that I know. There's a song called Gummo. There's a song called Kiki. There's a song called Fifi. There's a song called...
There's Didi or something.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just madness, lad. So, we've kind of thingied the Eminem thing. I don't think I'm comfortable with it though, because I think it's getting gassed a bit too much, and no one is really... I don't think we've been that clear on... Alright, it's good because of this, but...
No, it's a good album. It is a good album. It's not a great album, but it's a good album.
Like, with what we've had recently, that just fit, you know, yeah, Sam, next, like, boom, alright, you've come with... And with sick flow and killed it and that. But
It seems like you're angry that he's a good rapper. It doesn't make sense.
To be fair, there's a kid on there.
Joyner Lucas. He's big, Eminem.
He's big. He's big. He's very big.
He done that the rap where he had like one guy in the video who was dressed like a Trump supporter.
Yeah, I'm not racist.
Yeah.
Ah, is that him?
That's him. Yeah.
So what do this clash? Where can it go? I mean, to be honest, if I had to
Not really not that interested in it, to be honest.
From listening today as well to the Joe Budden pod, like Joe Budden has said that he's not obviously getting out of bed to dance with him, Eminem over a domestic violence shout, but he said, like, which I think's a bold claim, like, but he was saying if he does come at him, he'll end him.
He said that on the Breakfast Club, and it's like, and no, Charlemagne, I know.
Joe Budden is a good
Joe
rapper.
Budden's
though, you know.
good at rapping, but
he just
I don't know.
He couldn't bang the songs together.
Lad, he's not good.
The thing is, though, I think
he's got clout though at the minute.
Don't underestimate people who were like good rappers but couldn't be good artists. That's like part of the whole when it comes to making music in general. Because you're a great MC doesn't really necessarily.
No, I know. I was.
And he is a very good MC.
But will he do Eminem?
Well, this is the thing, isn't it?
No, to me, this might be a bit mad. Lyrically, I just never really seen Eminem as that mad.
Whoa.
Flow-wise, and the way he puts his words together, with actual bars, like, ooh, that's dead clever. Nah, like Jay-Z.
Yeah, but again, we've had this. I hate this argument. We have this over UK rap, and it pisses me off.
But that's just also always something that I have liked in music.
But that's not winning no clash. And give me a rapper, who's rapped like that, who has won a clash. Or give me a clash where two rappers have been going like that.
Thing is, don't look at today's market, lad. Who wins clashes?
Biggest...
Pusha T just had off Drake.
Don't get me into that.
No, but Pusha T had off Drake. No one was asked.
No one's bothered. The thing is now, no one's actually bothered.
No one ends careers.
But I think maybe you're looking back in nostalgia. The only person who can end a career is the bigger rapper. Like Drake, he nearly ended Meek Mill's. 50 ended Ja Rule. It's like, because you can't be a small rapper and make it this song against a bigger rapper and end his career, because you'd have people like you, Curtis, who go, he's bigger anyway. Drake sells small records, so Drake's the boy.
The thing is, like, bro, let me just clear this up for people who might laugh at that. The thing is, all this ghostwriter stuff and that, I know that hangs.
That's disgusting.
Yeah,
that hangs over his head, but you still can't tell me. So, and this is a point I put in our group, and no one could come back. Yeah. So, with people ghostwriting on his mixtapes?
Yes.
Is that been clarified?
Yes.
Quentin Miller won it.
No,
there was a guy who said he wrote a song on Drake's So Far Gone. So yes, there was people who write it. Not saying every lyric, he's obviously a good.
He's got bars, that's what I'm saying. The problem is, you don't know, did he write that?
No, I'm not really bothered about that. I'm just saying, he can get murked in a clash. But people, as I said, people like you, when he does get murked, will then say, oh, well, he's big anyway, who's he compared to him? How many records has he sold? He's going at Drake, but look at Drake, he's not on Drake's level.
No, what I was saying is that Drake has a lot more to lose by going after that. Well, after the second one, he does, and that's the end of it.
But people stepped in to stop it because it was hating Drake's brand more than it was hating
Apparently banging Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, well, that's the rumour
That's
now.
the new one. I haven't go into that because I seen that in a what.
All I've seen
He's banging Kim behind. What was
I
it?
just think it's just...
It was on Everyday Struggle, I think, wasn't it, with Nick Cannon,
yeah.
and Academics were talking about it, and basically Academics, who is very vocal in these things with no one behind him.
Yeah, he is.
But he likes to shout out a few mad opinions, and he turned around and said the only thing that he sees that started the Drake-Kanye beef is Drake banging Kim Kardashian
behind his back.
behind Kanye's back, obviously.
Nah, that's
Unless he's into that kind of gear, you know.
bullshit.
But
I think wouldn't put anything past it. He's lost his mind.
who Kanye?
Yeah, lad. He's always lifting some of his bars and all
Nah,
that.
you know what?
Scoop, did he scoop?
Nah, that was the beat sick.
Yeah, she fucked the
It's
doorman, so what a fuck the waitress. He's not asked.
Yeah, but the thing is he's not well. I watched the thing where he was crying. Yeah.
That was sad.
Then I watched another one last night, and he's just fucking happy. Lad, he's not well, lad. So you can't really be like going at
That's the thing, though, innit?
So
The clue's in the name, bipolar.
Yeah, you can't really be fingoing. I don't. But he's saying he's
thin
going.
line between genius and crazy, as I say.
He's going to Drake's show for what?
Yeah, that was nuts.
Heel.
He's apologised, and now he wants to go and appreciate Drake's craft, which means
He rates him, doesn't he?
Drake is now going to be prancing around on stage, insulting him while he's cheering. Like, what's that about?
So do you think Drake will respond to Eminem, or is that, think
No,
that's-
Drake. Well, Paul Rosenberg came out and said, and I don't know why they done this because it would have been far more interesting for me. Paul Rosenberg or Peter Rosenberg, whoever the fucking manager is, he came out and said he categorically was not going at Drake. So dead.
So still don't know whose album's good and whatever. Yeah. I wanted to.
So you wanted us basically to tell you what albums to don't listen to because you haven't listened to them.
No,
I can tell you
wanted
till I'm blue in the face.
I
Like,
wanted to be clear on what people's how people.
Okay, this, you know, in a year, sorry, there may be no great albums.
No, I wasn't asking that. I said I wanted you to clearly assess
I told
how
you.
you or disclose how you'd assess the level of Eminem's album, and I don't think.
I said top 5 of the year.
But
What more do you want from me, mate?
I don't know what you want. As I said, it's good, not great. What do you need needs to be assessed.
Fairly forgettable in the grand scheme of things. It's not going to go down as a classic album, is what I mean by that.
One thing I wanted to do, and this is like I'm going to drop this on Mans, but I think it's the arena to do it in, is the Rated Awards, which I'm sure we're all.
I haven't watched any of it.
No,
The
I
only
haven't
thing I
watched
seen was Naughty Boy.
All I've
getting
seen
ended.
was people getting stabbed.
What not even that. I wanted to be like, you know, what is it? Is it positive? Is it just a new No. What does it?
Yeah,
mean
so
to-
you seem fairly knowledgeable at it. I have no idea what the fuck these.
What I'm
Rated
saying
Awards
is,
are for.
okay,
So please just
if you
give
know-
me a bit of backstory because
Okay,
I don't know.
this is
what
my
they are.
backstory. Yeah, the UK music scene is blown up. Yeah, I was saying to one of our other mates the other day in the car that you could be driving in your car all day and listen to British artists conceivably and not even listen to any American artists. That's how big the scene is. Yeah, you're looking at Ibiza. They've kind of took over. Well, or it depends on what angle you're looking at it from. But they've definitely created a space in Ibiza. When I went to Ibiza in 2011, know what I mean? You wouldn't be really running to go and see Stormzy or Chip or AJ Tracy. You were going to Project.
I can tell you now, if I went, I wouldn't be.
Well, it depends. But I think
Peter's not wearing any Nike.
I burnt my aim on it.
so. The point I'm making is that scene's become a lot bigger, hasn't it? And so we've had the discussion. I think we had the discussion on the last pod actually about mobos and what is it a good thing, is it a bad thing when people had the mobos or that scene had the mobos.
The mobiles are still going on, okay?
Let me finish. Inadvertently like boycotted it. No, let me finish. And then we're begging for acceptance from the Brits and and that didn't help the scene. Everyone had their own opinion. So now we've got the Rated Awards, and I know you're saying the mobos is still going on, and this is partly what I'm trying to understand in my own head is it rated and mobo? You know what I mean? So are you happy to win a mobo or the Rated and?
Well,
and
Mobo's got to
winning,
end up with more critical
what does
acclaim.
winning? Do you know what I mean? What's got the most prestige?
So the most prestige is probably the Mercury, isn't it? For album of the year.
Yeah.
But
That's more like maybe artistically. Then it's the Brits because it's got the biggest platform. and it's the biggest. Then it would be the Mobos, which is it's commercial, but it's still you know urban in inverted commas. And then the Rate of the Woods are more for the way this is how I view it. It's more for like the underground scene, not necessarily underground, but it's more a thing of like the grassroots.
So are these basically the grime awards?
Yeah.
It's done by
Grand Daily, just so people know what this is. Not
sorry, Grand Daily do an award show.
Yeah, so it's like the first decent awards for like, as I said, I think it's grassroots. I don't think it's like the people are known because the scene's so big, but you will get people performing there that wouldn't perform at the Mobos, like Fredo, people like that.
But equally, you get them big man.
No, that's what I mean. They're still going. Yeah, they're still going.
They were doing that at the Mobos. Do you think it's got a shelf life, and do you think it helps the scene, or is it a thing where? Because I've got a real thing with the Mobos and other stuff. We'll probably go on to another podcast, is because I think for this scene to grow, and it has grown as very fast as we've seen, they need to hold their own, to create their own. So
they've got their own.
No, but let me finish. Fucking hell, Ryan's jumping down my throat to you people. So what I'm saying is, no, listen to me before you slap your head. What I'm saying is, do you think this will help the scene grow? That the UK scene grow any further? The Rate of the Awards, or do you think it's just another?
The thing is with the UK scene, it's the UK, which is small. You know, it's a small scene in general. So I don't think it's necessarily needs to carry on growing, but what it has done, it needs to just cement its place alongside all the other music in the UK.
Do you think it's done that, Peter?
Yeah. Since they changed it to urban.
The Mobos have, yeah.
Do you think the music has got its own standard now?
Yeah.
It's far more commercial than
all the people.
Do you not still think it's fighting against and I still feel it's like it's not.
But the thing is, all the old things it used to be, you needed to get on Radio 1 and stuff like that. If you look at the thing about the scenes grew, it weren't grown like by the way Radio 1 just said, oh yeah, we're just going to start playing all these people. When social media happened, the fans the artist and the fan could just be, they didn't need the gatekeepers basically. So that's how it grew. And then when it's been selling independently, then you know the majors and whatnot have jumped on it because it's got potential. It's got potential to make money.
So going back to my thing, and it's not for the purpose you said, I think it's a real topic for discussion. If you're saying it's grown, and for it to be maintained or to go further, they need to hold their own. Do you think it's now big enough for other cities to be doing their own thing? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, bro, other than Bugsy, you're not really listening to anyone outside of Liverpool, but outside of London, but there are people there, do you know what I mean? This H is coming.
I think there's...
Kid, you dropped some names the other day that I just couldn't get
Guess so.
There's definitely people, and yeah, why not? I think the thing is, people have just got to...
Fucking Fredo, another one.
I'd assume get their own cities behind them, and then don't worry about anything else.
How'd you do that though? Because I am, not to sound like pathetic, but I, obviously, for those who don't know, I was the best MC in Liverpool, so I've always got, I've always got a bit of a like, what if, and I am so how'd you do? Why are you laughing?
What if we left this out the pod completely? It would probably do you a favour.
I'm just telling the truth. Man can say what you want, but
so basically, once again, Curtis before was asking us how we could get what albums to listen to. Now what he's doing, he's using this podcast.
If you crack that lighter one more time, you better start doing it a little Wayne 16 or something.
As either a marketing strategy or an idea board to try and crack the music in.
No, but I'd think of it like this.
Got a pen and a pad, I'll take it down notes here.
Shut up. Think of it like this, we've all got kids, yeah? Nah, listen, on a level, yeah?
So what you do, kids, is like anyone else, this is my plan. My dreams are over now. So you should live through them. Now my son maybe can be a footballer or a rap star.
But do you reckon now, whereas like say when we were kids, we left school, you were going to sixth form. Those privileged children whose parents took interest in their further education might see this different. But do you think you could come? Do you think the music thing now, and let's say for urban music, Is that a thing where you can viably be like, look dad, little Ryan comes and says, look dad, I've
No.
done my school.
No.
Alright, let me finish. And this is what I want to do now. And this is interesting, I like where this conversation's going to go. Why?
Because the
Look at
thing
the
is,
success
Curtis,
rate.
yeah, that's exactly it. It's like your son saying, oh dad, by the way, I'm gonna, after I leave school, I'm gonna be a footballer.
And
It's
then
all
just,
about,
I'm gonna jib school off.
it's
and
gonna,
just
it's not,
continue to play
obviously
football
there's more of a
full-time.
chance because there's more of a scene, but still, would I say, yeah, go into
I'll
it?
go for it, yeah, swerve school.
Any parent
Not
would,
swerve
any
school.
parent would be hesitant, wouldn't they? But I'm sure people who've made it, theirs have been in the same boat, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's what I
So
was asking. Do you think that, or do you think music's just that way in general? where
I
it's
think
like,
that's what I mean.
listen,
That's basically what I'm saying is, I wouldn't, you
I
know,
don't think that's what I'm saying. Lad, I don't think, bro. If you go on them some YouTube things and the views they're getting,
yeah,
you
but
do the
views
maths,
mean nothing, lad.
bro.
Yeah.
Dude,
The kids is what it is. If someone's got 1 million views, they could still be living just normal life.
What was
The thing
it?
is,
You
how'd you
showed
ta-
me
how'd you
that
turn these
clip from
views?
Ebro this morning, and that sums it
Yeah.
up nicely, really.
Ebro just done.
Ebro had Takashi off saying you keep going back to numbers, and this is why we know that you've got no substance, because you're saying, look at how many numbers I've done. Walmart has loads of shops, yet you're not going to be saying that it's top quality. It's cheap and convenient.
So we're still saying that music's not. See, I was thinking different. I was thinking with this one probably haven't articulated, but like with the emergence of the British scene and what it's doing overseas. I know it's quite seasonal, that IB for stuff, but and then you've got the rise of the Stormzy being on. Was it the thing Glastonbury? That thing in Glastonbury, which I got off Chucky's thing. That was no joke. That for me is as well is a gauge of how big you are when you're
What,
getting a
if you can
production. But it's not even like that. The production, bro, that they're putting on was different for them. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, where is this music thing actually going? And then like the Rated Awards, you've got your Rated Awards cans in shops.
You're looking at you're looking at Stormzy, as he's like one of the biggest people
Yeah,
in
it's
the
not
UK
like he's an
music in
emerging
general,
artist.
and you're talking about Stormzy, like, oh yeah, look at Stormzy, like that's
No,
just
bro, you've got to
he's
have
the biggest, one of the biggest artists
Lad, you could say
in the
that, lad.
country.
What would you have said about? Sorry, I don't want to label this,
But how many
it's a
other
healthy
ones?
discussion.
Not in
Bugsy
Stormzy.
Malone, lad, yeah. And you know what my thoughts were on Bugsy Malone, yeah.
I don't.
Well, my thoughts were that how dare he go with Chip
Just chips,
Oh,
bigger
for the kick-off back to Ryan's theory. How dare he go with Chip? And while have the audacity to come into something and think you're the boy like that, when man haven't even heard a track from you. Roll on 2 years, bro, yeah? He's doing his thing, you know what I mean? Obviously he's got his road antics that has probably supported criminal activity.
Snitching on him.
If you ever hear this, if man needs to just chill, yo. If you ever hear this, brother, look, I'm rating the album still, like I am. But just look at his rise. Look at his rise, though, lad. You know what I mean, lad?
I want to know more about this criminal.
Yeah.
Well, he's taking photographs on his Instagram, sitting on dough, lads. Like,
Yeah,
mate.
how much of that's real though, lad?
Well, that's his business.
That's
but,
what the police decide.
but lad, that rise is different to a point now where, for me personally, and I watched another podcast on Major Think. I didn't get it from there. I was thinking the same thing, and they were saying it. It's like, bro, like he's at the time people were thinking you can't go with Chip, but it's like now, who are you really going to be listening to? Know what I mean? And that's just through pure hard work. And at points I'm like, oh, fuck, this bullshit can't be arsed. He hammered it when I'm like, let me give this guy a listen.
Yeah, but his music was always good. I think his actual songs and his storytelling especially. But you just, because you had your save Chip
No,
head
the
on.
thing is, and let me just qualify this. I watched this Not For The Radio, which started this turn, and he said himself that Pepper Rhythm was like, it is what it is. Know what I mean? But so that's what I'm thinking there's a big rise, lad. Even like Krypton Conan, again, you're gonna say they're big, but lad, these people are doing numbers, and
Yeah, Krypton Conan.
so I still think it would be a thingy life for your kid, personally, especially if they've gone through
Oh,
school.
let's face it, if it's something they're interested in, they want to push for it, and you're going to support them to a degree, but you're not just going to go, oh yeah, go on, let's just go hell for leather on this. You're going to try and at least instill a bit of
I've-
fucking sense.
but you're gonna
have
have
a bit of
Yeah.
backup or did it
Yeah.
after a certain point.
Yeah.
You can't just, you need to have a
You're not just
backup
going to
plan.
be like, okay, let's go at this on a wing and a prayer and just hope for the best.
I was kind of thinking I could do it with Curtis because obviously it's like.
Oh, you're going to be that guy on it. You're going to be that guy on next.
I'll pass you me rhyme book.
No, he won't. He won't pass us. He's too much of an he will never. His ego's too big. What he is, he's that guy.
I like it.
When Curtis is like 18, and how old are you? Like 52. So like
Man, the listener.
yeah. So when he's that guy on X Factor, like, oh, if we used to. Are you friends? No, this is me dad. We're a duo.
Yeah, that's what I'm on.
People sometimes mistake us for brothers.
Apparently, this is just another thing. Once I went to a gym with Abby, and I think he's lying, personally. And he said, "Oh, is that your older brother?" I bumped me, lad. No way, dude.
What? So you went with Abby and
They
the
said
guy
to
said,
me-
"Is that your older brother?"
Hello.
Whoa! So that was it. We just got frightened.
Manly men that we are.
I was here ready to back it, but
Yeah, Bingy's on it. Did you see me back? Thing, but so yeah, that was my thing on the British UK scene. Just another thing is that there's been a stabbing. So it's like, as much as you want to support these idiots, it's like, why? I mean, there's stabbings everywhere, yeah, but you know, from time these things want to be shut down, bro.
yeah.
They want to be shut down. So no matter how much you're going in your lubes and that, just someone just say,
The thing is, though, the problem with these things is it'll probably be. It's so hard. How can you control friends and hangers
bro,
around?
but like if man are on this in the scene and that, and he's just there's a
Thing
few
is that-
bad-minded people just like yo.
But the
Listen,
thing-
let me tell you. Sorry to cut you off. Gigs throws a do, yeah. Gigs, yeah. Hollow man, shout out Gigs,
All right, mate.
my man from early, yeah. So he throws a do every year, yeah. Pure man have been beefing. Man don't beef at Gigs, just do lad. That's like the rule, like so much so that Chip and Bugsy went.
They're not roadmans, lad.
Ryan, listen, you're not letting me finish. Do you know? You don't know the backstory. I've studied this, lad. Man, we're getting into fights over this beef and that. Oh, on a level, man, we're getting into fights over this over Chip and Bugsy. You know, man, we're getting into fights and that. It wasn't man that were involved. It was them type of man like, well, I know my man and that. Know what I mean? Just gas. So what I'm saying is, if Gigs can throw a ting on, man are trying to build a scene still, and no one can just say, oh look, just loud. What? Know what I mean? It's pathetic, lad. But man, that'll be getting shut down that soon anyway.
Nah.
Just on that point.
But that could just be down to the people who he rolls with more than anyone else.
What do you mean?
Exactly.
Putting it out there, you fuck about here. That's that.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
someone's got that clout.
Yeah, but the
somewhere,
thing is,
surely.
these industry people that run these awards haven't got that. So that's why you. But what I will say, it's counterproductive because that's why the rated awards exist. Because things like the Mobos can't allow that kind of stuff to be going
Just
on.
keep the shanks and that. Like, man are just trying to make peace. Like, why is it this road thing needs to go? If you want to be stabbing people and stuff, just if anyone ever listens to this, if it goes anywhere, I don't mean 6-7 when I say this, go to a drill. It's more suited to a drill.
That's so on about.
I don't even know where this is going.
Anyway, Kaepernick and Nike. What's the thing here?
Great segue. But
What are your thoughts, Peter?
my thoughts is, I'm fine with
What? With burning your socks?
it. Yeah. But nah,
How did you put the fire out?
no, it's one of them. I don't get Americans is where I've got the problem. Not anywhere else, but just weird Americans who seem to be so patriotic. It's fucking foolish.
What I was thinking about it after I reposted it and jumped on that bandwagon is that like, yeah, it is, and this is where there's a bit of zigzag in me. It's like, not on a level. It's like, okay,
Don't search zigzag on Instagram.
go to zigzag Instagram.
And laugh.
If you're asleep, listen. If you're sleeping and you can feel the ancestors tugging at your toes when you're sleeping, yeah, and you
Go and comment on it.
Looking at your
Curtis
little
Spencer
horrible
sent me here.
Listen, and you're trying to understand the world around you and why certain things go zigzag, yeah? Man puts things, he's a bit over the top, but he puts a context. Like, I'll give you the
Definitely
story.
a woman by your
There's not,
it's
there's not
100% it's a woman.
in Chicago, yeah, they're saying it's black on black violence, yeah?
Okay,
But what
just
we've just uncovered, I'm not getting into it, is that there's people are creating masks of people who look ethnic and then killing, so that's
Sounds very plausible.
no, what I was thinking about the Colin Kaepernick thing is like, alright, cool, boom, he's the face of the 30th night thing, boom, whatever.
which is a
Which is
a big deal.
bold move, yeah.
That's a big deal.
Is it though? Because at the end of the day, no matter how you look at it, positive or negative, he's attracting attention. It's not going to affect anyone's sale. It's not going to affect their sales negatively in any way. It's only going to affect it positively.
But the thing is,
So,
I don't
let
think,
me-
I'm not necessarily get this. I think you'd have to look at it in America's so divided, like 50-50 down the middle. People will, as we've seen with burning their own socks,
Yeah,
people
but they
will
paid for
be
them.
disgusted.
Man,
Yeah, but I don't think they're buying new ones to burn unless they're that brain dead.
Yeah, so it's not going to affect the sales because Mike have already had
Nobody would have bought without if they didn't use Colin Kaepernick as the face. So it potentially has affected the sales.
Okay.
So yeah, so you were wrong, weren't you?
Wow, I know.
But it
you're
could
not-
increase sales in other parts.
Yeah, because
What parts?
Like, obviously, minorities buying more.
yeah, listen,
I
black
just wanted
people are
to make
foolish.
you
I will never feel uncomfortable.
The thing is, it's like, is he being used? I'm just going to throw it
The
out
thing
there.
is, Curtis,
Let's face it, Nike aren't doing it for the good of their own health.
yeah.
And does that not undermine his stance though?
It does, but it doesn't.
Why
It
the,
also-
why the,
I'll tell you why.
It does, no, but it does in the fact of someone is taking advantage of someone else's struggle. However, he's happy for that. Make no mistake about it. He's making money off it for one.
which he needs.
Let's face it.
Which needs.
Second to this, he's getting more exposure, which is even more beneficial for him.
Okay, I don't want to argue this. I don't think he's getting more exposure because NFL and Nike.
Lad, he's gone worldwide even more than he had.
Yeah, it's been everywhere. It's been on BBC front
yeah.
page, and also what Nike done, which is smart. They just signed a new 10-year deal, which is locked in with the NFL till 2028, and then a few months later they put Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, it's a nice big fuck you to the NFL, really, isn't it?
Unlucky.
But the thing is, that's what, like, I'm not being a divvy. I'm really not being as
The thing is-
yeah. It's like, but so are you interested in his cause? Because I know that if you're not interested in his cause, it's one thing putting him on your face of your thing, yeah. Boom. Alright, you're there. Where does it go from? No,
But the thing is, though, obviously they're using it as positive image, we're a just company or whatnot. You know, like any corporation, they'll be looking at it, the PR of it. From his thing, people criticise him. Oh, look, he's took money, so he's not a revolutionary or whatever. But people still need money, no matter what. So I think it's positive that a big company's got behind him.
No, it is.
I think he's done. Personally, I think he'll be remembered anyway for what he's done because he's left a lot of money on the table.
Yeah, but he's
A
gone
lot of
through.
money.
They've blanked him out the games and everything.
Yeah.
That's mad. That
Like
is.
the soundtrack to
But
the game.
what'd be
like, he
interesting
gets taken
is-
out of a song.
It'd be interesting to see if more people, like the black players, boycotted. What would happen?
Well,
Because they I think they make up like 60-70% of the league.
what my question
If they
is,
just
though-
said until he comes back we're not playing, that would be powerful. But
Nah, but look, this is what my issue is with the whole situation there. There's a lot of people there, like, look at fucking Odell Beckham Jr. He's just been signed, like, the
100
biggest
million.
He's
deal
the biggest player,
in
isn't
history. What's stopping him now turning around and taking a knee? Like, what is the thing there? It's purely because he doesn't want to damage his money.
yeah.
That is it.
Yeah, but bro, I get that though. Like we had this in the group.
No, but
the
surely
thing is
someone
that-
of that
But
stature,
the thing is now
if they
they're,
were to do
they're
it,
rich enough. This is
Yeah.
the
his deal is signed. They can do whatever.
The
he
thing
can
is,
do whatever they
They need
pay
someone
him.
bigger than Colin Kaepernick to take up the baton.
Yeah.
That was what made Muhammad Ali's thing so big.
'Cause he
Because
was the
Muhammad
biggest at
Ali
the
was the
time.
biggest star, the heavyweight champion of the
Kaepernick
time.
was fairly
Yeah,
average
Kaepernick
from
was
all
a-
accounts.
Kaepernick, he was seen as like
Nah,
he was a good player, but he was more coming into like a great backup player than a starting quarterback. From my limited knowledge
Some
of the
people
NFL,
are
so
nice.
you got someone who was the biggest star, an Odell Beckham, let's say, it would make, because the teams, they couldn't have someone that talented sitting out.
Yeah.
They'd have to take it on board. But generally, the whole protest, I just think it's
Americans are just fucking
they're never
sick.
going to accept, they're never going to, there's only, even if the league let him in, he'd take a knee.
But the
about
idiots
black
don't
people's
like because they'll
persecution
sit
in
there.
America. No one's ever, it's,
Yeah, that's what you
it's
must
not
No,
going
but
to
the
change.
Americans will shout till they're blue in the face about, the Second Amendment, leave me with me guns, this, that and the other, you're a communist.
You
and
need
all
the right
that,
to
if you're trying to take it away.
The First Amendment.
First Amendment is the right to peacefully protest. And that's what he was using. He's not like doing anything aggressively.
Laddie kneel
Yeah.
to the flag.
With
Do you
the-
know how disrespectful that is to our servicemen
Yeah,
and all the
okay,
people
yeah.
who've died?
I think it's one of them things again, because you even just made a good point. It's like the power's within the power is within them again, but they don't realise it. That Odell Beckham thing, what you've just said, if them players, if the 60% of them players, yeah, and this is just, I don't want to get into this now because it's a bit heavy. This just pisses me off. 60% of them players, yeah, are you saying are black, but we don't know. If they say, right, you know what, we're not playing, the power and control that would have far reaching into other areas of that society.
The thing is
The only-
with that,
the
though,
only- the only thing
they're
what I-
under contract, and if they were to just turn around and say, we're not playing,
Or kneel then, you know what I mean?
if they were to peacefully protest and still participate in the game as they were, and
You can get,
I think
I think
get
you brought in a
behind
law
it.
though, a rule in the contract now, didn't they, where you couldn't
Oh, you
kneel
can't
and-
kneel now,
yeah,
you can't protest.
they did change things, but what I would say about in defence of the 60%, a lot of these people, when I've watched shows and whatnot, they're coming from abject poverty, so
Yeah, man, aren't really bothered.
yeah, look after
Yeah,
yourself.
to be fair, I said that in the group, and even to, like, I don't want to go into that thing I discussed about what happened in work. Yeah, I won't go into it, but no, but you'll get what I don't need to, but I've had that lad, because once when I was in your housing group,
why are you naming names, lad?
you're liable to damage.
Yeah.
No, I'm not there. No, but so when I was in my last job, there's certain situations like that you think, nah, it's nothing to do with me.
All
But then
opinions
now
in
I'm
this
type of
podcast
job.
are held by the individuals who speak them.
No, what I'm trying to show you is your position in life makes you react differently to certain things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Set man are thinking, wow, that's nothing to do with me. I'm on 100 mil, but Kaepernick's like, yeah, but do you know what I mean? And I think that's bad, lad. That's bad, and that's why I'm going anyway. But because you can overlook certain things, lad, and it's not right, lad. It's not right at all. But go on.
Talking about people who, watching out for their own money. I seen a story this week of a guy who's looking at 13 years for ducking out a serial dining dasher, is what he's called.
I was reading this.
A serial dining dasher who was taking women to expensive restaurants, ordering big meals, and then going out for a phone call and chipping, leaving the women with
And
the
he's
bill.
been next.
And he's been on there's like 10 charges, some like grand larceny and stuff. I think the whole thing came up to £950, which is in America, $950 should I say. But yeah, he's looking at 13 years.
Well,
Free this man.
wait. For what? Shouldn't having the woman pay? Women
Because he's, I don't know if there must be something where, I always thought it's not a contract if I say let's go for a meal, unless there must be something in their law
Where it
where
verbally.
he's obviously some sort of trickery, isn't it?
Conning, really, innit?
No,
that'll
mate, it's not.
No, it's not. But that's what they'll put it through.
But on the other side of this, I remember there was a story about some woman in London who, I think she was a student. She was on like Tinder or wherever. Every day of the week she would go on a date with a man for food.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah. I think we're going in the DMs. Oh, so again, this
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
I don't see why you should go to jail anyway. But just on that first thing, I was this is another thing I wanted to ask. So with all this rising like feminism, I'm not gonna go deep into it. Don't worry. No, don't worry. Do you think this will have implications on first? No, like when you're getting into a thing with a girl. Obviously, these two aren't. These are happily secured and that. So don't put it. We're just speaking generally. So So it seems to be everywhere. This.
Views.
Do you think that'll have implications in like the family home for a next generation? You know, what I mean?
Obviously, yes, but it just depends. If that's a good or bad thing, who knows?
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to say because society just changes, doesn't it? So, like, I'm sure people would look at our family dynamics and whatnot, which are more equal than they were 30 years ago, and some people would be horrified at what we live like. So, it is what it is, once again.
I just wanted to ask that because I possibly could be going on a date and I don't know whether to go Dutch or let her pay because it just seems...
Just don't dine and die.
So yeah.
So, yeah, can you hear that beeping?
Here we are.
Peter's saying tag.
Peter edits this.
Jesus tag. Right, so that's that for this episode.
Yeah, it's been enjoyable, lads.
Yeah, it's
And
been
we'll
good.
come back stronger. Shout out Zigzag. Bugsy, I didn't mean that. Obviously, we're cool. Like you did do.
Neighbourhood watch.
Go ahead.
Alright, man. Bye. Peace.